Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm going to do two readings today that are inspired by events from long ago, blasts from the past. And I apologize for the loud bird noise. It's bird afternoon, late afternoon feeding time in my garden. They're very busy out there at the moment. And being monitored by my husky, so if you hear loud barking, you know what's going on. But the first reading that I'm going to do is about Fergie and the fortune teller. It's something I've always wanted to read on. It's something that I've known about for a long time. Apparently, way back in the late 80s, when Princess Diana and Sarah Ferguson were still very good friends, they went to see a fortune teller. We know that Diana was very into spiritual things. She went to psychics. She had an astrologer, and she was very into that. I'm not sure how into it Sarah Ferguson was or is, but anyway, they went to a fortune teller, and the fortune teller told Fergie. And the devil comes out as I say this. The fortune teller told Fergie that Princess Beatrice would one day be the Queen of England. She does look uncannily like Queen Victoria, her great, however many great grandmothers. And so there is just a strange energy around this situation. I've always felt it's a strange energy. I've always wondered about it. So I'm going to do a little bit of a dig now, digging and look into it. I'm going to do a mini Celtic cross, a Mystic 7. I'm going to look at the line of succession from Princess Beatrice's point of view, where she is now and what may come along, how she feels about things, what may yet come along. Of course, a whole lot of people would have to be eliminated from the line of succession one way or the other for her to become queen. I checked just before I started this reading, and she is currently 10th in line. So not only Prince William and his family would have to be eliminated from the line of succession, but also Prince Harry and his family would have to be eliminated. People, of course, could be removed from the line of succession. It doesn't have to be some terrible calamity, but we'll just see what the cards want to say to us. Tower, of course, comes out. I think we're done. I'm using the Light Seers. I haven't used them for these royal reads yet. It's one of my favorite decks. I wasn't sure if I wanted the energy of these royal readings on these cards, but I've decided to try them out today and see how they go with these royal readings. Mini Celtic. I'll put the cards into the picture better for you when I come to read them. Let's see. Bottom of the deck, the Hierophant. That is the royal family card. Of course, really, it couldn't be more literal. There are the steps going up. The steps she would have to climb to be first in line, to be literally on the throne. So yeah, we have our reading. The cards are speaking and very clearly saying we're talking about the royal family, the line of succession, and how she might ascend and up those steps to the top position. So what is her current situation in the line of succession? Let's just see what the cards have to say about where she is. King of Pentacles. She's sitting pretty. She's very comfortable where she is. She's nicely positioned. She's very secure. She's very secure in the family. She's viewed as being very stable, and her position is very stable. She's very, very comfortable. She's materially very comfortable, but she's also viewed as steady hands, as safe hands. The King of Pentacles, whether it's a male or female that this card represents, is those safe hands that they are reliable, trustworthy, dutiful and honorable and nurturing, abundant, generous all good things, good leader. It's a very good leader card because it doesn't have too much ego. It's very often the CEO card, but it's a CEO who nurtures a business and helps it to grow. So that's a very, very positive card for her currently, and where she is currently in the line of succession and how she feels about it. Because, of course, I'm doing this reading from her point of view, how she feels. So what obstacles lie in her path to the top jobs? What challenge? That's a very ugly card, the Seven of Swords. There would have to be a whole lot of really dirty tricks campaign. Somebody, and that clearly is Prince Harry, who's stolen away in the night under the moonlight, who has stolen literally away, and he's taken secrets with him, because the moon always represents secrets, and in this deck the thief is stealing away under the light of the moon. He's taken secrets away, and Prince Harry potentially, in that backpack that he's carrying, wearing his little hoodie and being so subversive, Prince Harry potentially knows all kinds of dirt and might be about to unleash all kinds of dirt on the royal family that could rock it to its foundations. Remember that the tower came out when I was doing this reading. So that is very concerning. If you're a member of the royal family and you're thinking that you're sitting pretty and the order is going to be maintained, not necessarily. Does Princess Beatrice believe secretly what the fortune teller told her mother? Does she give it any credence? The Empress in reverse. I don't think she does. I think she thinks that this is the mother card, the Empress, and the mother is dreaming, has hopes for her child that she's carrying in her womb, and the child that she's carrying in her womb is the world, in fact, in this depiction of the Empress card. There's the moon again, interestingly. But I think that she thinks that's a deluded mother, that her mother is just so adoring, was so happy to have these two little girls, these two princesses, that she was gullible, and the fortune teller could tell her anything and she would believe it, because she has these wild hopes for her children, and she certainly is still campaigning, and she campaigns endlessly on their behalf and on her own behalf, of course. But social climber there a bit. So I don't think Princess Beatrice gives much airtime to this idea, and she probably, if Sarah starts on about it, she probably, don't be stupid, Mom, get over it. So I'm getting the vibe off here that she really doesn't believe it at all. Is it a job she'd like? Would she like the job? And I get the waiting card. So she certainly wouldn't turn it down if it was offered. It's there on the horizon. If that wave came in, she would ride it. She would be on that surfboard and she would be riding it for all she was worth. But it's a waiting energy. She's not actively campaigning for it. She's not actively doing anything. She's certainly not embarking on a dirty tricks campaign, barking at the birds. But there's this wait and see attitude. See what the wind brings. See what the tide brings. The royal family is going through tremendous changes at the moment, and anything is possible at this stage. We've all seen it. The events of the past few years have been absolutely shocking. So, yeah, she's playing a waiting game. She's sitting and waiting, living her life, but she's keeping an eye on it. To see if the tide turns and it becomes something she actively needs to become involved in. This card, I'm looking at what actually happened between Sarah Ferguson and the fortune teller. We're looking at the past, the blast from the past. What was the energy around that visit? What was it like? And I get the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This is the card of a woman who's lost her freedom. She has, in the upright, the Nine of Pentacles, is very content with life, very secure, very independent, very abundant, very happy. Everything's going for her. She's positioned herself very well. But in the reverse, she's losing position. She's losing status. She's unhappy. She's not feeling financially secure. gullible again. I'm getting the idea that she was incredibly vulnerable, and of course easy prey for a fortune teller to say, oh, your daughter is one day going to be queen. It would give her something to hold over Princess Diana as well. You know, Princess Di obviously had produced the heir and the spare by then, and it gave Fergie something to take home, something to dine out on, something to cherish, something to hold close to her. Long, lonely nights. I mean, Prince Andrew at that stage was, I think, still in the Navy, in the Royal Navy. He was travelling an awful lot. Their marriage was on the rocks. I don't think she was a very happy young mum, and gave her something a dream, a hope to clutch to, her bosom, her mother's bosom, in her hour of need. So I think that is what the fortune teller was up to there, just giving her some faint hope to cling on to. So what is going to happen in the near future in the line of succession? Are there going to be any shake-ups, anything startling going to happen? King of Cups in reverse, oh my. The King of Cups is, of course, the Scorpio card. That's Prince Charles. William, of course, Prince William is also a water sign man. But it's looking to me as if the King of Cups might remove himself from the line of succession in some way, for some reason. And so that's an interesting energy. This is not about Beatrice, and it's certainly not about Harry and Meghan, but it's definitely Prince Charles. Prince Charles possibly taking himself out of the line of succession because possibly of this. Just saying, just putting it out there. Tarot reading, entertainment purposes only, and this is just my opinion. You, of course, are welcome to make what you want of that card and that energy. Very interesting. So far I'm not seeing Beatrice inching her way up these steps. I'm not seeing any desire on her part to scramble up these steps, and she certainly wouldn't say no if the job was offered, if it came to her, but she's not sitting at home plotting and scheming to climb those steps as someone else that we all know is or has been plotting and scheming to get there, and that is going to be the topic of my other reading today. What is the outcome? Will Princess Beatrice ever be the Queen of England? Shocked silence from me. Even the birds have gone quiet, and the dog certainly is very silent. That is the ruler of the nation, the ruler of the empire. That's a resounding yes. Resounding yes. Let's clarify it. Let's see if the cards want to give any explanation as to why Princess Beatrice may one day be the emperor. How would that come to pass? What would happen? See if anything comes out. A jumper, but not a jumper that landed. Or is this just going to remain a mystery for the time being? Leave us on a cliffhanger. It may be that we're going to end this on a cliffhanger and we'll have to come back. I'm getting the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, which is of course children. Something about children. It's a positive card. It's a positive energy. It's not calamity. It's not the Tower. It's not death. It's not any of those awful cards. But it is something to do with children. It's something to do with contracts and paperwork as well, because the Page of Pentacles is about documents of that kind. Business documents, papers. So let's see if anything else wants to come out. Page of Pentacles, or tell me if you have any inspiration. I'm not getting anything off that card that's really helping me to identify how something so radical could happen, that Princess Beatrice could become the emperor. Half the deck has now come out. Let's look at these cards. King of Wands in reverse, the Magician, and the Queen of Cups in reverse. So there are two people who are going to be removed, a king and a queen, who are going to be removed. It looks almost like some dark art is at work, some powerful manifesting, some powerful focus and energy is being put into getting rid of the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups from the equation so that this can manifest. I'm getting a very dark energy off that card. I'm not getting positive energy off that card. Something to do with the child, something to do with somebody manipulating, pulling strings and removing people. A Queen of Cups and a King of Wands. A puzzle. Something I'm going to have to come back and look at again. Not the outcome I was expecting with this Emperor card. Not at all. The reading is very clear that we are talking about the line of succession here. These cards are coming out in the upright, so they're not negative. They're not negative. But there is something going on. Something's going on behind the scenes that is negative, that is sinister in my view. And that doesn't bode well necessarily for the near future. And on that rather somber and chilling note, I'm going to leave this reading and see you on the next one.